Hi, my name is Lars Christensen. I'm the CEO of 3 companies, Ansus, Børsen and Avik. Today we're going to talk about something which is really of high importance, and that's how you're lining up or setting up your speakers. I'm not going to say this is the only way of setting up speakers, but it will give you an idea how you can do it, especially if you're not happy about the performance of your system. There's a few positions in a room where a room have less interaction with the setup of speakers, and that's what I call the near field listening position. And that's what we're going to, Morten and I, are going to show you today. A lot of times we see systems lined up like this, and this position we simply don't like. We don't like to have all the electronics standing in this position, because you will have a big interference when it comes to the acoustics and performance in the system or in the room. The other thing we don't like is to have a big power amp standing there, and normally you will find very heavy, powerful transformers and also power supplies, and that will radiate magnetic fields out in the room, and it will go directly up to your speakers as well. So the first thing we normally do is that we slowly but surely are moving the speakers forward and forward. It can be within a few millimeters or centimeters where you are going from better to worse. So you want to place the speakers in a position where the room have less influence on the performance of the speakers and vice versa. In the first place, we'll move it like 30 centimeters more forward, but you have to listen to a piece of music, and then you move the speaker slowly forward. The next step is that we move it like 10 centimeters more forward and give it a try, and then we maybe move it 5 centimeters more forward, and then finally maybe 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters forward until we find, oh, now they're not sounding as good, and then we move them slightly back, the speakers. What we achieve here is that the sound is getting much more three-dimensional. You feel that everything is expanding. I'm not talking about only the sound station, but the dynamic headroom. I find it much more natural sounding, much more lifelike. And in certain rooms, it can be really a dramatic change to find the right spot. So the next step is as important as the distance to the rear wall, is that we start to move them out and out, further out to the side walls until you start to have the hole in the middle of the sound stage. Then we move them slightly back, and that's the next exercise. Even a centimeter further out to the side can make huge differences, and you start to find the point where you have much less interference from the room acoustic itself. Towing in is critical, and a speaker like ours, the Børsen 01 in the silver special edition, we tow them in normally to each shoulder in the first place. I believe that near field is the optimal way of getting the highest performance out of your speakers. You will take it like step by step by step. Here we go. If you can't have the speakers in this position in your listening room in daily time, ask your wife it's okay to put 2 markings in, so you know where exactly to place them when you want to enjoy your speakers 100%. Try this a few times and you'll find out that it's good to practice this, because you will know more about your own system when you do things right like this. So good luck. I hope you will enjoy this. We have now seen how we normally will line up our speakers in more or less any room. You have to be careful about the towing in. It takes time, and also you have to be very precise to measure the distance from the wall, so they have exactly the same position for both left and right speakers. So enjoy this and have a good time, and I'm sure it put an even bigger smile on your face when you have set up your speakers in a more correct way. Thank you.